Welcome to Educator's Voice channel, where we inspire hearts, ignite minds, and empower educators and learners to grow, lead, and make a difference one lesson at a time. In this video, I will be teaching you interrogative pronoun. If you're watching my video for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. Do well also to like, comment, and share this video to your friends. Let's dive straight into the lesson for the day. Interrogative pronouns are words that ask questions in a sentence. Just imagine that. Words that ask questions. I know it's something you know already. Like other pronouns, interrogative pronouns replace a noun or noun phrase, specifically the unknown answer to the question. They are who, whom, whose, what, and which. There are 5 of them. Who, whom, whose, what, and which. Now we're going to break each of them. Let's break it down in a simple sentence or in a simple way for you to understand. When you use who in a sentence, that sentence, remember, is asking a question, right? So that sentence is asking about a person. Who is used when you're asking about a person. When you use whom ask about an object in a sentence. Yes, and it can also be a person. Whose ask about ownership. Someone's belonging is asking who owns this, like that. Whom asks about choice. When you have 2 options or so, you want to choose from them, is asking about a choice. And what? It asks about a thing or an idea. Who about a person, whom about an object. And again, the who there is likely to be a subject, or it is a subject. Asking about a person who is a subject. We will get into it deeply so you understand better. Whom is asking about an object, whose about ownership, whom about choice, and what about a thing or an idea. Now, I've put this into pronoun and specific usage just to make it clearer to you. When you have whom in a sentence, it's asking about people, and also the people will be subject in a sentence. When you have whom in a sentence, to identify, to be sure of what you use when it's not provided, how do you know? Whom is talking about people also, like who, but the difference is that it's asking about the object of a sentence. When you have whose in a sentence, it is used for possession, for people or for things. Very simple to understand, yes. Which is used for selecting from a given number of people or things. When you have maybe say 2 or 3 items to choose from, smaller group of things to choose from, you can use choose. You can use which. All right. Now for what is used for things, for subject and object. Is used for things. Those things can be subject in a sentence or be object in a sentence. Alright, still on the interrogative pronoun usage, we're going to take them one after the other. We'll start with who. Who asks about the person who is the subject of a sentence. Is asking about the person who is the subject of a sentence. The person performing the action. Remember, the subject is the doer. Yes, is performing the action in that that sentence. For example, who is coming to the party? Who is coming to the party? Now, this sentence is asking a question. One is asking about a person, right? Now, the response we're going to get, let's see. Sandra is coming to the party. Remember, we said that who asks about a person, and the person is a subject in a sentence. So Sandra is a subject in this sentence. Sandra is the doer in this sentence. Sandra is coming to the party. I hope that makes sense. Right, Sandra is a subject and the doer of the action. Let's move on to the second one. Whom asks about the person who is the object of a sentence, the person acted upon, the receiver of the action. Let's have an example. To whom did you speak? To whom did you speak? Now, when we get the response of this sentence, we're going to find out if the person is going to be the subject or the object of the sentence. I spoke to Paul. Can you see that? Paul is the object of the sentence. So whom acts on people or a person, and that person will be an object in that sentence. I spoke to Paul. I there is a subject. I hope you get a difference, because sometimes people don't know how to use whom in a sentence. The right time to use whom. Okay. Paul is the object and receiver of the action. Let's move on to the third one. Whose asks about the owner of something. An example sentence. Whose is the handbag? Whose is the handbag? That handbag is Anne's. That handbag is Anne's. And the fourth one, which asks about an animal or thing from a limited number of options. I have a limited options to choose from. That is when to use which, and is used on an animal or a thing, not on human beings. Some people use it for human beings. No, that's not the right way to use which in a sentence. Now, let's see an example. Which is your favorite color? Pink or purple? Which is your favorite color? Pink or purple? Pink is my favorite color. Now the last one is what? What asks about an animal or thing from a large or unspecified number of options. So what still allows you to choose, right? But you're choosing from a larger number of items, unlike which gives you a limited number of items to choose from. And what is also used on animals or thing, like which is used on animals or thing, not whom. Okay, so let's have an example. What is the country with the highest number of vegetarians? What is the country? You know, we have many countries, right? It's not as limited as asking about 2 people or 3 people or 3 things. Not even people, yes, not even people. Remember, it's animal or thing. Okay, so India is the country with the highest number of vegetarians. That's the right usage. Now let's have some sample questions. Who is singing? Who is singing? Probably you know the answer is going to be a person. That maybe Ken is singing. Another question, whom are you talking to? Whom are you talking to? Some people might think it's not correct. It is correct. For example, let's give a response to that. Whom are you talking to? I am talking to Ben. Can you see that? Did I say Ben I am talking to? No, because it says that whom as we will ask a question about a person, and that person will be an object in a sentence. I am talking to Ben. Can you see Ben is the object in that sentence? I is a subject. I hope this helps you to identify or know when to use whom, and also when you see it in a sentence, you know that it is correct. Because if I ask you, whom are you talking to? No. Generally, we say, who are you talking to? So it's cool that you know now, because you can differentiate. You know the rules. Whom are you talking to is correct, because if I'm to give a response, the response lets you know if that sentence is correct or not. I am talking to Ben. Ben is the object of the sentence in the response. Okay. The third one, whose bag is this? Whose bag is this? Number 4, which pen is yours? Is believed that you're asking, maybe you have about 2 or 3 pens, even 5 is okay. Which pen is yours? Maybe you say, okay, the person you're asking will say, okay, this is mine, this pen is mine. The person will pick the right pen and give you a response. Now the 5th one, what is happening? What is happening? I believe that we all agree that this sentence is correct. Sample questions. Now, we're going to choose from the following options to answer the questions. Whom, what, who, whose, which. Dash is absent today. Dash is absent today. Should I say whom is absent today? What is absent today? Who is absent today? Whose is absent today? Which is absent today? Do you have your answer now? Before I reveal the answer. Who is absent today? You're right. If you got it right, give yourself a thumbs up, or better still, clap for yourself. Okay, number 2. Dash are you going to? Dash are you going to? Whom are you going with? Whom are you going with? What are you going with? Who are you going with? Whose are you going with? Which are you going with? Whom are you going with? I know that this whom doesn't sound okay, because we are used to saying, who are you going with? I am going with, which name should I use now? I am going with Rita. I am going with Rita. Can you say the Rita, which is a person in the sentence, is the object? Will you say, Rita, I am going with? Does it sound correct? No. This is how to identify if the whom used is correct. Alright? I am going with Rita. Rita is the object, because there's a rule that for whom it acts on people, and the people will be an object in that sentence. So whom is correct. Whom are you going with? Dash of these pencils is the longest. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I know it's very easy. Okay, let's have it. Which of these pencils is the longest? Which? Because we believe that it's asking, you have a few pencils with you, and it's asking which of the pencils is the longest. So which is the right answer. Number 4, dash is the phone. Dash is the phone. Whom is the phone? What is the phone? Who is the phone? Whose is the phone? Which is the phone? Whose is the phone? Although sometimes when you're using this interrogative nouns, sometimes one can go for the other, but the rules I've given you are the correct one. But sometimes when we are talking, we find ourselves using some of these, but it's right, you get to know it's fine for you to get the right one. Dash is your favorite subject. Dash is your favorite subject. What is your favorite subject? Remember, what goes with, it can go with object, it can go with subject, but it's not for people. So it's either for an animal or a thing or a place. Yes, place goes. Okay, I believe that with what we've discussed today, it's easy for you to identify how to use or when to use any of these pronouns, interrogative pronouns in a sentence, and also when you're given an activity to solve you will know the right one to use. So on this note, as always, I have free worksheets for you. Just click, go to the description area. If it's not showing, just click on that more and you will see the link for the worksheet. I have about 30 questions for you. Yes, for students, it will help you to practice, and there are answers also. For teachers, it's just a ready-made worksheet for you to save you time, because I understand all the load of work you have to do. Okay, so if you're a student or a teacher watching this video, may your day be bright and your mind shine even brighter. Don't forget to leave a sparkle wherever you go. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.